Okay. So he has 129 moves. Let's start over probably. Okay, so I'm labbing Heiche because I'm tired of losing to Heiche's because I have no clue what they're doing. I know no moves for Heiche. I have no clue what he does as far as like stats or whatever. But all I know is that I just get hit with shit and I die. So we're just gonna be live. First up, for one, I'm not here for combos either. Just here to look at like the stuff. If you want to find combos, just watch a combo video. Otherwise, whatever. Well, gotta begin. Gotta move past all the moves with heat. Except these aren't heat moves. Wait, yeah, these are the heat stuff. It says allow the use of electric thunder god fist and electric wind god fist without perfect inputs when in heat. Oh. Oh, let me make him block. Okay. So basically, the first beginning part is all the stuff about heat, and it's just saying moves gain additional effects if you're in heat. Like you get to get away with more stuff. What exactly that is, I'll look at it later if I have the energy. But right now, I don't really care. So we have Heaven's Merciless Wrath. So if you play against Heiches, you'll see that they do this shit all the time, trying to parry you. So is a heat engager, do your regular like Heiche stuff, whatever that is, right? So they'll just spam this. And obviously it's bad. On block, it's -11. So you always get a guaranteed like 1-1. So let's actually alter. You get a 1-1. And 2-2. So here we go. See? That's actually interesting. Hold on. So the 1-1 gets in, but the 2-2 doesn't. So we're gonna turn this off. Yeah, you can't. I don't know why. Maybe it's the distance. Yeah, that's weird. So you have to use the 1-1. Next move. Kidney Crush combo. It says chip damage on block, gain 1 ultimate count upon T activation. Ultimate count is a very specific like move. I mean not move. It's a specific like meter for Heiche. Where if you activate heat, it counts it, and it counts up to 3. And then once you activated heat the 3rd time, you can fully activate the mode, and you just become like a boss character. I'm not very specific on what it changes, but I know it makes you stronger and augments your moves to make you stronger. Plus 17 when you hit this move because the healing gauge you can pull it free. I want to make him stop punishing. And you're -11. So this is -11. This is -11. This is safe. Okay. So that's. I'll keep this in mind. This move here is completely safe. The turn is over, but they're safe to do this. Just randomly throw it out, and it seems to go a bit far, like almost full screen. I mean, this is full screen. Never mind. This won't. He won't have this full screen. But here, you can just. And if you're fast about it, you just start in. It's 13 frame startup. Pretty decently fast. This being a heat engager means you can punish -14 moves with this. Is nice because you get a heat engager at 13 frames. For example, Yoshimitsu's back 2-2 has a ton of reach. Is a mid-high. That heat engager is 14 frames. Meaning anything 14 and up, I can heat engage off of it. Which of course leads to a 50-50. But for Heiche, I've noticed that there's like I've noticed that he's one of the characters where if he does launch you, whether it be with a mid or if he launches you with his hell sweep, you take so much damage for not, just for not guessing correctly. Like he can combo you into death. He does tons of fucking damage. I've heard that his weakness is that he doesn't have good like pokes, but at my level, pokes doesn't really fucking matter. Iron Hand. This is launchable. So I need to draw attention to this. These are both heat engages, right? One looks like this, and the other looks like that. They are obviously different. Anyone with any brain cells could go, this move is 2 hands. It's different, right? His head kind of sinks down. But this move looks very similar, his head also ducks down. The only difference is the sound. Wow. See? I'm bringing this up because Heiche's son, Kazuya, has 2 homing moves. One that's negative 12 on block, and the other that is negative 14. With that, I mean negative 18. Meaning, one is launchable, the other one is just minorly punishable. But you want to know something? They look exactly the fucking same. From what I've seen so far, they look exactly the same. I've done replays. I've done the new replay system where you go over and you watch your gameplay. I've seen a Kazuya player throw them back to back and alternate, and they look the exact same. And the only reason I knew that they were different is because randomly I was watching and it said that I was plus 18 when I blocked one of his hits. And it was like, hey, you can launch this. If I didn't see that, I wouldn't know. So it's a tool meant to trick people whose lab into going, oh, I can punish this. And then they either get launched or they don't get the proper punish. Because the proper punish for a minus 18 move is a launcher. You launch them. But that launcher is going to be 15 frames or so. So if you have an opponent who's Kazuya, right? You think he's thrown the negative 18 on block move, but he threw the negative 12 move. Trying to do a 15 frame, you're going to be obviously late, and now you're negative because he's going to be blocking. So, for example, oh, I am not Yoshi. That's not. Yo. For example, this Hopney on block is negative 13. Alright, so pretend this guy here is Kazi. He throws the homing move. I'm like, oh, bet that's the launcher. I mean, bet that's the negative 18 on block. So I block it. Negative 18 in my head. I go for the launch. He didn't do the negative 18. Did the negative 12 on block. Oh, now I'm negative 13. And if it's an amazing Kazuya, if it's the world's best, if it's an AI who never misses inputs, who's frame perfect, he's hitting he's hitting an electric. He's hitting an electric wing god fist, right? The perfect electric wing god fist, because that's 13 frame startup. I'm sure he has to be perfect to do it, but it's still a possibility, right? Just for blocking my hopping. Now, I'm not saying, oh, this move is busted because they don't know what to do, or I'm saying the move I'm describing, the way it's supposed to work, at least in the way I would think to use it, is that you use the threat of the move being the negative 12 instead of the negative 18 to allow you to throw out the meaty negative 18. Because I'm pretty sure the negative 18 move is a lot stronger than the negative 12. That's why it's negative 18. That way, it has justification balanced. And then I'm guessing it just leads into a full combo after that, most likely. So you can go, oh, that could be the move that would full combo me, but I don't want to risk it, so I'm not going to launch him. So they get to throw it out constantly, unless you just say fuck it and try. You know what I mean? Because what are the chances of Kazuya actually hit you with their perfect electric wing god fist? They'll probably just go for a smaller punish. The reason I'm bringing this up is because this move and that move look so similar, but this one is launchable. Like, this is safe. You can fill this out all day. But that isn't. Now, it isn't as like bad as with Kazuya, where it literally looks like the same move. But it is in the same league, roughly. Unless you're playing with game sound, unless you're very specifically training to like listen for the noise, in game, visually you're looking at that, that's gonna be kind of, because like the particle effect is way bigger for this one, right? See, way bigger particle effect for, I'm gonna do the notation. The 4 forward 1 plus 2 is a way bigger particle effect. You can keep both arms after the particle effect leaves, which still is enough time to punish, I think. So like there's time to realize, there's time to process, but if you're overwhelmed and he throws this in and then like throws that in randomly here and there, you're gonna be looking for it, and then he's gonna go low, or he's gonna like do some other bullshit, and like you're gonna forget about it, and then boom. So you would have to like be really comfortable in the matchup and realizing what he's doing, and there's gonna be at the moments like, oh fuck it, I'll eat like some low hits. But I'm not sure how long you can do that against Kazuya. So it says during win God Home, which is down 1 plus 2. Oh, so this is a stance. This is the stance you always see them go into. This shit here, this shit right here, bro. I don't want to say it's the bane of my existence when it comes to fighting Kazuyas, but low rank Kazuyas, they throw this shit out all the time, and obviously I'm not good either because I lose them. I'm playing Yoshi, and I'm losing to Kazuyas. I have the tools I need to succeed. I'm just not succeeding. Like this here, I genuinely want to see it on me. We're going to actually turn on punish. Make sure the right punish is on. And we're gonna see if it can be interrupted. This is a bad plan. Obviously can be interrupted. I need to see, because they'll do things like it's hard to, because it isn't a hit, it's just entering a stance. I'm just getting telemetry. Okay. So this stance here, I see them enter it all the time, but I see them enter it through other moves. And the reason I know they're entering through other moves is because I don't believe that like people are raw entering the stance. I don't believe they're doing like 1-1-1 and then doing it, which is most likely interruptible, but I think they're doing it as like a button prompt inside a stance. We're still in the heat engager part, and this is safe here. This is Oh, okay, okay. I think we're not even there. We're not even there yet. Let's see. Thunderous battering ram during has reversal effect. Partially uses remaining heat. Chip damage on block. This is just cool. And its range is, I don't want to say limited because like look how far this goes. Like you can like it does have a decent amount of space in front of him where it hits. Has lots of pushback. It's 0 on block, so you can. In fact, what I want to do is I want to make him jump on block because I have a feeling. Yeah, like basically jumps at the same time. Here's the final test. If we truly are neutral, then we'll trade if I do a jab. Yeah, it is neutral. It says during heat. We got rendering battering ram. This is the thing you'll see them do all the time, where they're basically just spamming that out. The first part leaves them at -7. Let's see, standing block. No, punish. What we want to do is activate heat, and then yeah. Even so, here's the thing. It's -7, so it's completely safe. So if he just ends here, like they can do this all day. It's not actually a problem. I think even at the wall, it pushes him back far enough to where he can't even hit him at the wall, let alone in the middle of the open. So the first part is completely safe, even if it is annoying. Like you can basically throw this out a lot if you're at distance to keep out. Being -22 means it gets beat by a lot of stuff, but at the same time, look at the range. Like you can't approach, and it just pushes back. And then with this, it's the same thing. Even though it's 0, it pushes him back so far that he can't do anything about it anyway. Alright. During heats, up, forward, 4, and on block you press 1 for soaring anvil smasher. Alright, we're gonna turn punish off. Something tells me the fact that this isn't heat means that it's not actually going to be negative. You're +2 actually when you do it. This part's -9, but at the same time it's like Like, who's just gonna stop there? You can obviously follow through. If we put punishment on, you know, you actually can't interrupt. It jails you, so that's completely safe when he's in heat. So no, I feel like the whole thing for Heihachi is like when you're in heat, you're extremely strong, and then his ultimate form is probably just allowing him to be in heat for the whole round. Hopefully, this is gonna be the first step of leaving heat moves, even though this is still a during heat move. Like, I want to get away from heat moves because they're different than like the core pit. We got back, neutral, 3+4. It uses the remaining heat timer. That's actually crazy. I need to see something. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna jab, let him rage art, and then we're gonna like use the heat move to see if we can dodge. No, it's not fast enough. Oh, okay, I think I got it. Yeah, you have to activate it before. So like, you have to like really get the activation. It's a tough fit, but it's possible. Yeah, I got it. So like, if you predict this person's gonna pop, like if they're gonna like pop fatal blow, if they're gonna use rage art, you can dodge it using this move. I think this looks cool. Like, that's nice. I'm not gonna lie. I have not seen a single person use it because it requires the execution of doing that and like getting the timing right, but yeah, that's cool. And we're still during heat. Okay, during heat and wind Kome. Yeah, I'm not doing this heat stuff anymore, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm done with it. Except, what is this? How much of his moveset is during heat? I don't think I have a choice. I don't think I can nitpick. Like, so much of this is during heat. And it's mentioning stances that I'm not really entirely sure how to access. Charging hard with heat activated during wind cone. Yeah, I don't know how to do that. It says that's just the heat burst. This is heat. That's the heat smash actually. Heat smash tricks the thunder god Kome on block. So now we're gonna see what that one god like Kome god thing is about. So that's the Kome part, and you get to be in there forever. Okay, that's great. So I'm not sure how you even get to that. since Heat Smash is the Thunder God Kome on block, does not shift my whole attack. Alright, let's see. This during rage, that's for rage art. Finally, we're to the regular moves. Now, this stuff gets done constantly. Because here's the deal. Any universal jab that you can press over and over again and it doesn't change into something else means it will all leave you like +1, right? So you can just spam this. You can just keep pressing 1 over and over again with a slight pause. So that way, like, you can keep being +1. This move's follow-up, being itself, is still good because it will leave the person confused and like, can I challenge? Can I challenge? Can I challenge? Because they may not know that they're +5. Because +5 is like, oh, if you jab back after this, you interrupt them and you beat them if they can't. Well, they can't beat that. But also, I'm pretty sure that it's a frame trap. Except the second hit jails. Does it count? Does that count as 1 hit? Let's see. Yeah, it jails him. He can't respond for some reason. That's weird. You'd think it'd be... Yeah, it locks them in, so you can't interrupt. Never mind. I mean, it being tied to like the universal jab is good, but something else I think I heard or remember from Friday is that this wall splats, and that doesn't seem too important. Like, so what a wall splat spots moves wall splat. It's part of it's from like, if you view all the moves as tree and tree branches, it branches off from the 10 hits. Meaning if you have fast enough reactions and like you're prepared enough, you can confirm these 2 moves and then rip the 3rd. Or like you could be doing your regular stuff and like, let's see, standing block. And let's say they try to punish this safe move, you block it, and then you hit with jab and you can confirm into a wall splat, and that wall splat is a full combo. But since it's a full combo on the wall, it does so much damage. So much damage. So in this scenario, they've balanced out the last hit by making it -17. So it's good to watch out for this. Like, you can't interrupt it, so just hold back. Like, they're going to, like, it jails you. You can't interrupt it, so there's no like, oh, I'm pressing the buttons too soon. That means you can mash here. Like, you can mash the the hop kick. I want to see if I have. Let's just record hop kick. Yep. And you know, it's minus 17. Most launchers are I-15. You do this move and it gets blocked, you die. I think that's a good balancer. I think it's a good balancer because of how strong Heiche is. That his, like, so Law has something where he has part of his string, I think it's rooting from or originating from a 10 frame jab, his 10 frame jab. And it's also a heat engager. And that's not necessarily the problem that he has a string from his 10 frame jab that's a heat engager. It's a problem because he has a move, he has a heat dash coming out of his 10 frame string. So he can like hit confirm a heat dash for full combo. So anything like that's crazy. Specifically, that is crazy because heat dashes are a combo. I am gonna swap. Heat dashes are combos. You have to think of them as combos because they are. They give you a full combo completely for free. Because all you have to do is just land one of your heat engagers or the first part of a move that leads to your heat engager to like punish. For example, back 2-2 for Yoshi. It's 2 hits, so it's a guarantee. And what that often means is that I can hit a flash because when you hit a flash, you're plus 14, giving me a guaranteed back 2-2. And from that back 2-2, I can heat dash full combo, right? So that means anything that leads into your heat dash gives you full combo. Anything, right? No. So if you have a move that is 10 frames, that means essentially you have a 10 frame launcher. And that's truthfully what you have to think about it as. It's a 10 frame launcher. Because you can go boom, boom. Like imagine that was what it was. That this is the 10 frame jab because it is, and the follow up was a heat engager, so you can use it as a launcher. Right? That means anything that is negative 10 and higher, so everything in the game, you can punish and get a full combo. So let's say you were defending, trying to fight for your life against a Law, and then you threw out a punch to try to like stop him, interrupt him. Or like let's say you did something that you weren't probably supposed to. Like you did a move that was negative, some stupid shit. You made a mistake. You're negative 10 plus. You die. And this is at the highest levels of play. Like our dickhead Laws are spamming weird shit. But at the highest levels of play, the ability to like do that and get a free combo is insanely strong. Because everyone knows the matchup, and the second they catch you slipping and block something you probably shouldn't have done, guess what? Now they're combo. Okay. And like this whole like flash setup is a great example of that, because there's a setup where you do Kensho 2 into 1+2, right? That's a guard break if you do it in heat or no sword stance, and that guard break gives you I think plus 14, just enough space, just enough to hit a back 2-2. And if you're heat engaged, which you most likely are because you probably walked up and right, you probably walked up, or I'm trying to think of like what's the best ender. Give me a second, because I should probably figure this out. There's... Alright, now my sword's away. Good show. Pull that out. It hits him on block. Now he's minus 14. I'm plus 14. Guaranteed back 2-2. Full combo. So I did something like, I think the actual proper combo for this. Like, it's something around like 70 damage, right? Like, it's a decent amount of damage, and when you get to the wall and do the right stuff, then it's even more. But simply enough, just doing the regular, like, and then putting your sword away, and then going into that like tech shop for the guard break setup, can delete someone's life bar so quickly. They'll go from 100 to like 30 to 40% so quickly, just because you can do a setup into a heating gauge free launch. Now, I've talked a lot about that. So to reiterate, having essentially a confirmable 10 hit way into free damage when at the wall is really nice, because you can see that like the hits are hitting, obviously, and then work the last part, because I'm pretty sure this is guaranteed if you get the first hit. And the way to test that is stand blocking. I need to make him not punish with block ball. That's the best way. Yeah, it's all guaranteed. So that means if I'm at the wall, free combo. We got 1-2 strike, which is just 1-2. It's completely safe. So no, this is another thing. Notice how these moves here are two different arms, and in the moment you probably be like, "Oh, block, what's going on?" Because these are both 10 frame moves, so it's unreactable. Like, maybe you can. Maybe you see like, okay, he did the follow-up arm. He keeps doing this. Know that this is completely safe and I can't punish. But if he does this, which is the same arm over and over, you know it's punishable if he does the last string. Like, if he does this, you can see the other arm come up and know that like there's no follow-up. Never mind, there's a follow-up. Like, you can be like, oh, it's not the one that wall splats, or it's not the one that's like launchable on block. The follow-up is not launchable on block, but it's very different. So the 1-1-2, the 2 part is very negative. It's launchable, die if you do it, and like get blocked. But this one, the 1-2-2, has you back turn and has a very unique noise. Just listen. So they're very different. It's just that the starting part is so fast, being the 10 frame moves, that you have to react to like towards the end once you visually see like, oh yeah, that's the move he's doing, and then punish. The 112 being launchable is easy to see because like it's very different. These two are very similar in the beginning parts, where it's like that, it just seems like he's still throwing a bunch of punches. But when he finishes a string, that's when it's apparent which punish you go for. Give me a moment, I'll use the bathroom. So this has an entry into the Windok Kome stance. Oh, not Kome, Kome. So this is the stance I was entering to earlier. Alright. So like I was saying earlier, I don't see people entering it raw. Like they're not doing 1, 2, 2, 3. And then like going in with the down 1+2, they're holding down to enter it automatically and smoothing. Which I'm wondering if you can be jabbed out of it. So like I'm going to first 3 hits, put them on punish. Yeah. So that was a hop name. So that's 15 frame startup. It's beating my option of like when got Kame 2. Which is good to know if someone's going through this game. But so like if someone is constantly doing like, let's see, this, right, and then they pull up and they do the stance, you can hop knee them before they can respond. So let me test out the option. Yeah, so far I've pressed like all the main like basic buttons and they just weren't beating the hop knee. And the hop knee is 15 frames, so I already know that like the universal jab is gonna beat it as well. So I've been eating a bunch of mix-ups that I didn't have to because I was just letting them go into the stance and do things. I wasn't launching them for it. So I need to add that to the list of things to incorporate into my game. one, I need to make sure I'm looking out for 112 because that's launchable, and then I need to make sure I'm looking out for 1222 into command stance because that's launchable, and -12 punishable for the last part. Demon Executioner Volley. This is gonna be a nightmare. First of all, let's turn on Punish. I've seen people do this before, and this is actually crazy to think. Like, they're just randomly doing it. Because, for context, if you don't fully understand, you have to do 1, 2 normal presses, slide from the 2 back to the 1, and then press 1 plus 2, which is honestly, not gonna lie, smooth. Because now that I'm saying it out loud, it's actually really smooth to do, at least on paper. It's -13 on block. I mean, Yoshi gets to do 1-1, gets to do 2-2. Yeah, he could kick him with 4, but what would be the point? So I think with another punish that's around like 15 frames for Yoshi. Alright, so yeah, I'm not sure what to think about this move besides it's looking cool. Yeah, it's whatever. It says that you can cancel the shift to sidestep out of this. So like the final 1 plus 2 part you don't have to do. So you can it's actually really nice. Because both of these being 10 frames and safe on block, you can just throw these out. And then you can try to catch someone, which what I'm guessing most likely is a bait. And then you can do that over and over. It's -11, so not too bad when it comes to being negative. Not many things, like not anything too bad is gonna happen. Say about it, but I just like the move. There's nothing more to say. I'm just having a hard time doing the move. Wailing Demon Otoko Giri. We have 1-2, which is the safe jabs you would use it for like the past 2 moves. And then you add in 4, which is also safe. So this is all completely safe when we start out. You're most likely not going to use this move often. as far as like in the neutral, because this last part essentially pushes him back farther. So maybe you want to do that. You probably are going to use this move off now that I think about it, because it's safe. You're gonna be using it for combos, but like it keeps your distance and just bait with the first two. Demon Massacre. This move here, when I tell you that this is mad annoying, because I'll see people do this in game, and I never took the time to lab to see how to beat it. Because for when Heiche was released, I didn't want to just immediately like go lab and then be like, oh, solve the character. I wanted to kind of figure things out in game, but clearly I've been getting my ass beat. So we're here now. This is what we're doing. Let's do this. Did I turn the punishment on? Yeah, I did. It's negative 15 to what is launchable. You just have to like be on point when you do it. Right? So if a Heiche finishes this string, you just get the launch on it. And the thing is, it's not like one of those moves where it's very punishable, but it happens so fast that you like don't know it's that punishable. Like this here, like suddenly he's moving forward and then he's attacking. Like it just happens. Like even with that, it pushes you back far enough where it's like, can I punish that? And for Yoshi, he can, even though it's minus 17, the amount of pushback here makes it that you can't use a Hockney to punish. So you can't just launch him. I mean, you're gonna have to settle for a back 2-2, which has like the range to reach. You can't do 1-1. You can't do 2-2. You have to do back 2-2 just to reach him in the first place to punish him. So either get a heat engager or spin your heat for a full combo. In that situation, some characters actually can't do anything about it. Like some characters can't do anything about this distance. Especially when, like, if they don't act fast enough mentally, you can close the distance with an electrical godfist. Like, push him back, godfist. And if you do the electric version of the electrical godfist, or you have, like, deactivated it pushes them back again. And you can keep doing it over and over. I think the most important part about this is that if this gets blocked, Heiche dies. Yep, Heiche dies if this gets blocked. But this move does have a stance transition in 1 back to holding down. Which, not gonna lie, I don't have much to say about the move. I wonder if it does frame tap though. I guess that's a better alternative than just, because at least you don't die for it. And when something's like a 10 frame punish, people don't seem to realize how fast one frame is. Because 10 frame punishes, you have to like recognize the animation as they're doing it, and then already be ready to punish them. You can't punish 10 frame mistakes by reacting afterwards, or like after they're doing the move. Your brain like looks over the footage and goes, "Oh yeah, they did this move." Like you can't do that. You have to already be ready to punish someone if they're negative 10 frames. And that holds true for like a lot of moves. Even like negative 15 moves, you have to be ready for it. We have 1 back to 2. Negative 13. So here's the deal. These two moves, 1 back to 1. Negative 15, you get launched for it. Very different because of how the animation works. And since you're going to be punishing it after they do the move, because you can't punish something that hasn't happened. But after, since you're punishing it after the move, right? You have time to visually see like the duck down and then the rise. Like that's very recognizable. This move of 1 back to 2, it's, what's the word for it? It's memorable, it's identifiable, but at the same time, it's not close enough to the other move to where I would get it confused. Like I would see it come out and go, okay, I can't hop knee it. And since the hop knee is for Yoshi is up forward 3, I would simply just move my hand off the 3 and press like 1, and then get my 1 frame punish. Because I don't need, as Yoshi, I don't need to do 2-2. 2-2 is nice because it gets me into no sword stance, which is like part of like the way I'm trying to like win. You know, that's the way you play Yoshi. You try to get into no sword stance as often as possible, so you get the buff moveset. And 2-2 and 1-1 is all I really, I don't want to say all I need for punishment, because there's obviously other different like punishments like wall risings. There's different stance punishments. Like the point is that in a situation where it's either this or it's that, they both kind of die. If, well, one you just die, the other one you get hurt bad. If I don't even want to say bad, the other one you get hurt if you use it. So if you wanted a safe option, you could use the negative 13 one just to see, it's like, oh, am I making these correct reads? If so, maybe next time that you go for that sort of setup or read, you can use the other route, because you know you already have like the read for it. We have Demon Lair, which is the same like sort of setup, branching off of 1 back 2, except this is 1 back to 3. And how much is that on block? Completely safe. So this is like, it would probably have to be like a heat in the moment thing. It would have to be like a moment where it's like, I'm getting overwhelmed mentally, I can't keep up, and then you just like, fuck it, I'm just gonna mash buttons here and hope for the best. And then you got red. Now you just back to the lobby. I think this is one of those moves where it's like it's safe on block, so you can throw it out. But aren't the first two moves also safe on block? Yes. So is this another fake out move to like get them to be scared to press? And what I can see most likely is that it's a mid. I'm not trying to put on my screen right now, but that's definitely a mid. So are the other ones high? Like what's the game plan with those moves? So most likely one of them is a high with some sort of compensation for it. We have Dogen Kotsu, which is just 2-2, which is completely safe. Oh. I just need to memorize these animations so I know not punishable. We got Byaku and Kinchin, which is 3-2, which is -13, surprisingly. I didn't really expect that. It has a stance transition into Wind God Kame, which okay, so here's the deal. When you do it normally with just 1-2, it's -13. But if you do it with the stance position, it's only -2. And I think it's because they want to give you the chance to like do a mix-up with their timings. So they like if they were -13, you would just get jabbed out of it 100% of the time. Like you wouldn't be able to do anything. And it's not like it's plus because you know you're entering a stance. I'm tired, so we'll do this some other time. See ya.